What's going on, people? Today I am back once again. I haven't uploaded a full video like this in a month, and the reason is just because I couldn't be bothered, partly, and I didn't think anything I created was that amazing, so I just never did it. Now I'm back here today because I'm using a new software. Some of you may maybe know this, some of you maybe not. It is Clip Studio. To be fair, I could have done the Robin one. I really like the Robin drawing, but I didn't do that one on Clip Studio. And I thought, because this is a new software, new beginnings, you could say, it's got some really cool stuff on the software, Clip Studio. So I wanted to actually work on this rather than going over Krita again, which is what I've been using. So here is Clip Studio, and this is the Black Panther drawing. Very interesting stuff. So let's just get into it. Okay, so out of the gate, right? Like for his whole head area here, right? I did use a reference off of Google just to see what his head typically looks like. And this is typically the shape. You got his ear kind of things here, right? You have to make room for the ears, otherwise it's gonna look very straight, which kind of looks weird. And of course his cat ears have to look pretty decent too, and I think they look alright too. Now the thing I wanted to play around with when I kind of did it initially and then I kind of thought about it afterwards was the hand. You can see the hand's kind of straight, right? In fact, the whole image is kind of flattish, right? It's kind of flat. And when I thought about it last night, I thought, what if when I came back the following morning, I realized actually I didn't need to change it because it still looks pretty cool. But I thought to myself, what if I had maybe his, like, let's say his knuckles were like here, somewhere around there, and then maybe his hand was coming in like that. And then what if I had his finger come out like this? So there's the knuckles like that. There's the fingers like that, and then I had the rest of the fingers come in like this, and then go like, actually they wouldn't go, fuck it, that. Just so that it was a bit more dramatic. If you see, you can probably see what I'm saying. Let me just erase some stuff here so it looks a little bit more clear. But you can see it's a lot more dramatic. It's a lot more in your face. There's a lot more going on. And so I thought about that, but then I'm not hating on this, but when I looked at it afterwards and I looked at what I already did, I was pretty happy with what I've done. So let me just erase this. So I didn't want to change it, so I just left it as it was. That's the only thing interesting about this first few layers is that idea, the hand idea. How am I gonna, do I want to change this or not? And I ended up keeping it as it was. So let's move on. Okay, before I did the inking, I did just pencil it just to kind of see where things would lie. Again, I did use a reference for the face when it came to penciling because I needed to see where the shade was and whatnot. So there was some pictures on Google that helped with that. Yeah, and that it's just the layer to help me understand where the inking is going. Now I'm gonna get into the cool part of this software. Probably my favorite tool so far, right? And I'll show you why. And this is the inking. Now, the one thing I really like about the way I've inked this is this tool right here. So let me bring it up. It is, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this tool right here. So this tool, it's rather than just like let me see if I can just make it a little bit, understand it a little bit harder. So this is what I was typically using on Krita, was like a pen like this, where it's just very straight lines. You can go thin a little bit, right? But it's just very straight lines, not much depth there, you could say. It's just very kind of straight with a little bit of thinning out and then thick again. But with this pen, and realistically, you can only really understand what I'm saying when you use it. But with this pen, because it's at an angle, you can probably see the indicator, the cursor right there. It has a lot more hard edges. So you can see that this area here, and I don't know how to highlight, but you can see the cursor. This area here is a lot more rounded, but because of this, the way this pen is used, it has a lot more harder edges. So I can come in and out like that. I can't do that with the other one. I can't make that kind of pattern here that I just made here. You see? And because of that, at least in my opinion anyway, drawing or inking this whole image was way easier because I didn't have to keep going over and over and over it to try and get the right angle of the ink. I didn't have to get the right angle of the ink. I could just go in and then come directly out with a sharp edge. But if I was to use the other one to get a sharp edge, I'd have to, and I was to do that, you see how it's rounded there? It's rounded right here. I'd have to sharpen it and just kind of come in, and, or maybe even use the eraser and just cut it off like that. But it's extra work when there's no real need on this software. So it's just really cool stuff. And then so how do I feel about the inking on this drawing? I mean actually you're missing out quite a bit there, to be fair, but it's alright. I like it quite a bit. I really like let me get back to my original pen, back to the red. I really like this whole area here. It's really nice. I'm not happy about this thumb. Let me just thin out the what's name. Yeah, I'm not happy about this thumb. It's kind of lazily done, but because it's on the edge of the picture, you don't notice it. But when I did it, I knew it didn't look very good, and I just didn't want to change it. But there it is. I'm pretty happy with the hand overall. I like how I've kind of shown. I mean, I'll be able to show that there's knuckles there more so when I do the cross action, which I'll show you in a second, which I really like as well. But and then the face as well is all just really good stuff. So let me get to the cross action. So the cross action as well is just really pretty neat, I would say. It's probably the best cross hatching I've done on an image to date. Like I love the way I've done these fingers here. They just look so fluid. They don't look stiff. And I tried to kind of get away with it here on the thumb, but because I didn't do the inking properly, it just doesn't look very good. Even the fingers here, I think I could have done some more here and on the knuckle there. But I think it's still good. I think this could be a little bit better, a little bit tidier. But I think this is nice. I like about this. I don't really like this though. I think this is all good. I think on the hand it's very good. I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see the edge there. Yeah, I like the whole neck area. It's all really cool, and the arm. The face, I just like all of this. I like this. I like the ears. It's very well done. Like I don't have any complaints when it comes to the cross section, except for the thumb. But that's not the cross section's fault. That's just the inking's fault, or my fault inherently. But yeah, overall it looks very clean. Much cleaner than most of the drawings I've done today, I think anyway. Now, doing the color was a little bit interesting because Black Panther, if you look at the comic books, the way they do him, he typically has like a purple hue to him. And so the light you can see is kind of purple-ish. I'll just go into all the light actually right here, but it's kind of purple-ish, and because he's a very dark character in general in relation to the colors, it's very hard to kind of like bring anything to life on its own. It needs color to really bring it in, you know. It needs color. Sorry, it needs light. Sorry, it needs light to bring it actually bring it to life is what I'm trying to say. And then I added a black background to it, but if you notice, you can see here right here that the hands are kind of getting lost. and specifically a lot of edges are kind of getting lost. So the edges here on the neck, even on the side of the head, they're kind of getting lost. Even the fingers here, they're kind of getting lost. So what I did is I added some light to the end of them just to bring it up a little bit more. Now I could reduce the opacity of that so it's not as bright, but still, regardless of whether it's bright or not, I think it accentuates those edges. Was what I was talking about. The neck here as well, you can see too. So overall, I like this drawing a lot. Yeah, I cannot say it enough. Like, I like it a lot, considering it's my first time using Clip Studio. So many good tools, so many good things to adjust. I'm probably gonna have to go through a tutorial on YouTube to actually get used to it, but overall I really like this software, and I'll probably be using it going forward, to be honest, as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. But yeah, thank you. Bye.